Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel and thanks for watching my channel continuously. My dear friends, this is the part 5 where I am going to discuss 25 more memory based ASRB NET 2023 question paper with explanation. Let us start with the first question. The question is on yellow disease of this ginger is caused by. There are 4 options. Out of these 4 options, the correct answer is fusarium. And as we know, in case of the spice crop like ginger, fusarium yellows, otherwise also known as yellow disease, which is caused by Fusarium oxysporum fungus species gingiberry. On the other hand, Pythium vaccans, Pythium mitochondrial, Pythium aphanidermatum and Fusarium species are also reported to cause rhizome rot or the soft rot of ginger. The disease caused by Fusarium in ginger is called yellow disease. The reason behind is that it is due to the infection of the Fusarium. The leaves of the infected plant turns to yellow from top to bottom, which is very prominent from a distance. And because of that, the disease caused by Fusarium in ginger is also called yellow disease. Please try to remember Fusarium and Pretalenchus, both of them, they causes a complex disease that lead to dry rot of ginger. In case of bacterial wilt of ginger, which is also a common disease of this spice crop, here also you can see the leaves turn to yellow color, which is caused by Ralstonia solanaceae. So in the answers option, if Ralstonia is there, so you have to choose Ralstonia as the correct answer. In case of field conditions, to identify the causal agent either of fungus or the bacteria, we have to do the ooze test. If found positive, then we can surely say that the causal agent is bacteria. Next question is on AUDPC, means area under disease progress curve, is calculated by taking into account the number of times the disease severity was evaluated, the disease severity at each evaluation time, and there were 4 options: rate of epidemic, type of disease, time duration of epidemic, and last option is disease progress curve. And the correct answer is time duration of epidemic. As we know, AUDPC, that means area under disease progress curve, is a quantitative measures of disease intensity with time. It is used in plant pathology to indicate and compare level of resistance to diseases among varieties of plant. And the trapezoid method is the most common way to calculate AUDPC. On the other hand, the rate of epidemic or the epidemic rate is a measure of the rapid spread of the disease to a large number of people in a given population within a short period of time. It is often calculated as the attack rate, which is the risk of getting the disease during a specified period, and such as the duration of an outbreak. And disease progress curve means representation of disease progress over time. This is another question. In AUDPC, there was a gap, then are used for comparison of epidemics by the same disease. And the right answer from all these 4 options is disease progress curve. As you know that a DPC, which can be obtained as long as amount of disease in the plant population, which is assessed sequentially in time, then integrates the effect of the three main elements of the disease triangle occurring during the epidemic. In case of disease gradient, here we used to take into account of all events leading to the spread of the disease, including release of inoculum, transport and deposition, as well as the presence of susceptible host in a disease conducive environment. This is a simple question. The black heart of potato is caused by, out of the four options, the correct answer is lack of oxygen. As we know, black heart of the potato, it appears in storage when tubers do not receive enough oxygen, and oxygen deprivation result in asphyxiation, loss of respiration and death of cell. It appears as an internal browning to blackening of the central tissue. Usually there is no cavity. Pattern is irregular but margins are well defined. Affected tissue is firm, not soft as with leak. But when temperature is greater than 65 degree Fahrenheit, it may turn soft and inky. There is no odor as with leak. In case of excessive sunlight, it has been proven that under the influence of sunlight, potato tuber turn green and the accumulation of glycoalkaloid increases. And high temperature can greatly reduce potato productivity. They can reduce yield, causes secondary tuberization and increase physiological defects on tuber. Please try to remember, higher temperature favors distribution of dry matter to the foliage rather than to the tuber, leading to the late maturing crops. And boron deficiency, which is also another option. Boron deficiency in potatoes can cause the number of symptoms like abnormal growth on the youngest leaves, terminal growth becomes stunted and dies, short and stubby roots, thickening of the young leaves, brittle leaves and stem near the shoot tips, reduced growth with short internodes and curled leaves, and brown necrotic patches on the tuber may occur due to the deficiency of boron in potato. Next question is on principles of separation of molecules in electrophoresis is. This is also a very simple question and the right answer is based on molecular weight. This is also a simple question. Trap crop for broom rape and the correct answer is flax, that is linseed. As we know, sorghum is a trap crop for root parasitic plant like Striga harmontheca of the family Orobanchaceae and panicle feeding sting bug, that is Nizara viridula. Mustard is a trap crop of diamondback moth. Then maize is a host plant of Striga, but maize is a non-host plant for at least 3 broomrape species, including Ramos broomrape, that is Orobanchaceae ramosi, then sunflower broomrape and clover broomrape. Next question is on fly fungus is, out of the 4 options, the correct answer is Entomopthora. Entomopthora musi is commonly referred as fly fungus, and while Amanita musicarina is known as fly agaricus. On the other hand, Armillaria, which is also an option for this question, it is a root fungus, and these are also known as honey fungus, whose common name is honey mushroom or the bootless fungus. They live on trees and woody shrubs, and these are the largest living fungus in the world. On the other hand, Trichoderma is a soil inhabitant culturable fungal biocontrol agent, and there are about 90 different species of Trichoderma. Next question is on 5 kingdom classification was given by, out of the 4 option, the correct answer is R.H. Whitaker. As we know, Carolus Linnaeus in 1758 he first gave the two kingdom classification, that is Plantae and Animalia. Then E. Haeckel, that is Ernest Haeckel, during 1860 he proposed three kingdom classification, namely Protista, then Plantae, then Animalia. And Herbert F. Copeland 1938 he proposed four kingdom classification and he added Monera with the classification proposed by Ernest Haeckel. R.H. Whitaker during 1969 he proposed five kingdom classification where he added fungi along with the four kingdom classification proposed by Hubert F. Copeland. Then Carl Vosse during 1977 he proposed six kingdom classification and he added Archaebacteria, Eubacteria along with Protista, fungi, Plantae and Animalia. Next question is on internally seed-borne bacterial disease, and the correct answer is black rot of cabbage or the cruciferous. Beside that, more example of seed-borne disease are loose smart of barley and wheat. These are the seed-borne fungal disease. And some of the example of externally seed-borne disease are, say, covered smart of wheat, covered smart of barley, and covered smart and loose smart of oats. Beside that, common burnt and flag smart of the wheat are more example of seed-borne fungal diseases. Next question is on which of the following is incorrect about the plant viruses. The options are only RNA as genetic material, intercellular movement through plasmadesmata, obligate intercellular, and spread by insect vector. And the correct answer is only RNA as a genetic material. And as we know, the genetic material of virus is either RNA or DNA. Here, as in one option, RNA as genetic material is there, so the correct answer will be A, that is only RNA as genetic material. Next question is on Delovibrio. In fact, out of the four options, the correct answer is gram-negative bacteria. And we have to remember that Delovibrio is a genus of gram-negative bacteria with the ability to parasitize and kill other gram-negative bacteria. And H. Stahl during 1962 he discovered for the first time this Delovibrio. Next question is on hot water treatment is used for the management of, out of the four options, the right answer is loose smart of wheat. Loose smart of wheat is a, out of the four options, the correct answer is it is a internally seed-borne diseases. Satellite RNA are satellite viruses when, out of the four options, the correct answer is able to encode its own code protein. This is the correct answer for the question satellite RNA or satellite virus when they able to encode its own code protein. Some facts are there, that is dependent viruses or satellite nucleic acid or satellite viruses and virusoid etc. They co-infect the plant tissues. They are distinct from the helper viruses and depend on helper viruses for multiplication as well as transmission. But only satellite virus can able to encode its own code protein, not the satellite nucleic acid as well as virusoid. Next question is on branch mitochondrial cisternae is a characteristic features of Remicristates, Fonticulida, Heterolobosea, and Copromyxida. And the correct answer is A, that is Remicristates. According to Crick and co-worker 2008, based on shape and mitochondrial crystal, the slime molds are divided into 5 lineages. Number 1 is Remicristate. These are branched mitochondrial crystal. Then Fonticulida, they are plate-like mitochondrial crystal. Then Heterolobosea, These are flattened mitochondrial cristae. Then copromyxida, they are tubular mitochondrial cristae. And last one is plasmodiophorids. These are cruciform chromosomes. Next question is on which of the following is incorrectly related to Gerbera diseases. The question is incorrectly related to Gerbera diseases. Out of these four options, the correct answer is foot rot and the causal organism is Fusarium. Actually, the foot rot of Gerbera is caused by Phytophthora cryptosia but not by the Fusarium. On the other hand, phyllodes in Gerbera is caused by Phytoplasma, powdery mildew is caused by Oidium species, and root rot of Gerbera is caused by Pythium species. Next question is on parenthyosomes are present in Oomycota, Basidiomycota, Zygomycota or Myxomycota, and the correct answer is Basidiomycota. Parenthyosomes are structural shaped rather like a parenthesis, found on either side of the pore in the septum of a Basidiomycetes fungus. More logically, parenthyosomes means septal pore care. And the main function of doliproseptum septum or the parenthyosomes may be to maintain the strict segregation of the nuclei found in many Basidiomycetes, whilst still allowing cytoplasmic continuity where necessary. And doliproseptum septum as well as clem connections are the peculiar features of Basidiomycota. Next question is on intercellular movement of virus in plant is through. There are four options: stomata, phloem, plasmodesmata and xylem. Actually, in case of virus, to move from one cell to the next, viruses exploit the channels that plant cells use to communicate with each other. These channels are called plasmodesmata and they are lined with proteins and can be tightly controlled by the plant. And relative to the diameter of the plasmodesmata, virus particles are huge. Here, for this question, the correct answer is plasmodesmata, that is the option C. Next question is on Tundu disease of wheat is the association of Clavibacter tritici, and in the options there are 4 nematodes named. So as we know, Tundu or the yellow ear rot disease, which is also known as yellow slime disease of wheat, it is due to the combined action of the wheat nematode, that is Anguina tritici, and in this question the option C is there, and the bacterium Corynebacterium tritici or Clavibacterium tritici. And here slime dries up to form sticky yellow layers and it causes curling, twisting and distortion of the airhead and rotting of the spikes. For the management of the Tundu disease, we have to treat the seed with brine solutions, and the seeds which are infected with the galls, they will float on the solution and that can be discarded easily. And the correct answer of this question is Anguina tritici. This is another question. Establishment of the virus in field is most efficient when seed transmit virus present in. There are 4 options: seed coat, embryo, pericarp and endosperm. The correct answer is embryo. Pineapple smell in sugarcane is produced in. There are 4 options: red rot, set rot, wilt, ring spot, and the correct answer is set rot. And set rot of this sugarcane, otherwise it is also known as pineapple disease, which is caused by Ceratocystis paradoxa, and the name represent the split opened infected seed produced this pineapple odor, whereas red rot of sugarcane exhibits sour alcoholic odor from the infected cans. Next question is on the retrogressive evolution is related to, there are 4 options. And before choosing the correct options, we should understand the meaning of this retrogressive evolution. And it is the process by which complex organisms evolve into simpler forms. The species showing such evolution are called retrogressive species, and they show reduction in their advance with the course of metamorphosis. And the formation of, say, amphibians from fish is the example of progressive evolution, while the formation of flightless bird from flying bird is an example of retrogressive evolution. So here the correct answer is parasite save energy and labor by retrogressive evolutions. Next question is on which of the following conditions does not come under endophyte. There are 4 options. These are organism colonizing internal tissue without causing disease. Next, organism colonizing internal tissue and preventing infection by the pathogen. Next option is on organism colonizing internal tissue and give growth of promotion. And last option is on organism forming special structure inside plant tissue. So here, before answering the question, please try to understand the meaning of endophyte, its behavior, and if you can understand, then you can give the correct answer. And the correct answer for this question is organism forming special structure inside the plant tissue. They survive with the special structure inside the host tissue, but they do not cause any disease to the plant. Next question is on members of Deuteromycotina are. The options are holomorph, anamorph, tediomorph and heteromorph. This is a very simple question and the answer is anamorph, that is option B. And please try to remember Deuteromycotina are characterized by the production of septate mycelium and or say yeast and a sexual life cycle which is either known, unknown or missing. They are also known as the fungi imperfecti or imperfect fungi, referring to our imperfect knowledge of their complete life cycle. Their sexual stage is usually belong to Ascomycotina or Basidiomycotina. Next question is on diseases caused by molecules is. There are 4 options. And out of all these 4 options, Citrus exocortis is caused by Citrus exocortis viroids. It is also known as scaly bud disease. On the other hand, potato spindle tuber disease is caused by a small, naked, single-stranded circular molecule of infectious RNA which is called a viroid. And the next option, that is coconut kadang-kadang. This is a disease caused by coconut kadang-kadang viroid, which is a lethal viroid of several palms including coconut, African oil palm, anahau, then buri and many more. So here the right answer of this question is coconut lethal yellow disease. Thank you my dear friend for watching this video. For more memory based ASRB NET 2023 questions, please don't forget to see part 6 which I am going to release very soon. Thank you once again.